doing one of Earth's toughest jobs. But first he has to face Earth's dumbest blobs. Tim Scott may have the edge against The View in smart, but can he survive Whoopi's farts? That was good. Time once again for
Our View on The View.
Greg Gutfeld is famous for his persistence, and this time, he delivered what many are calling his most savage takedown yet. Known for his sharp humor and quick wit, Gutfeld has spent years criticizing The View hosts, pointing out their biased reporting, hypocrisy, and inflated political stances. However, rather than simply taking a jab, he went straight for the knockout this time. At the heart of the controversy was Joy Behar, one of The View's most outspoken and controversial hosts. Gutfeld's blunt and often dismissive comments toward conservatives have led Behar to repeatedly dismiss him as a minor voice in the media. But this time, the tables were turned and she wasn't prepared for it. The clash began when The View aired a segment condemning conservative media, particularly Fox News, as detrimental to democracy. Behar specifically targeted his show by belittling Gutfeld's intelligence and labeling his entire brand as garbage. That was all Gutfeld needed to hear. He responded furiously on his own show within hours, carefully analyzing each argument on its own merits. He pointed out their inconsistencies and criticized their unfair treatment in one of his most memorable TV moments. His tone, as much as his words, played a crucial role. Behar couldn't respond effectively due to his sharp sarcasm, unwavering facts, and unapologetic demeanor. As the internet exploded, millions of people chose sides in what has quickly become one of the year's most talked about media feuds. The bigger question, though, is, did Joy Behar even have a chance? Or did Gutfeld simply prove that real criticism is too much for mainstream media to face? Let's break it down, as any The View viewer would. Joy Behar and her co-hosts are never shy about voicing their strong opinions, often attacking conservatives, Republicans, and even fellow media figures. Over the years, they've regularly targeted Gutfeld.
terrible. Republican presidential candidate Tim Scott dropped by the first.
With Behar dismissing his views as absurd or not worth discussing, what pushed Gutfeld to react this time? It all began when The View and other liberal media outlets harshly criticized Fox News and other conservative platforms as a threat to democracy. Behar went as far as mocking Gutfeld personally, questioning his IQ and reducing his show to a series of trivial jabs. That's when Gutfeld decided he'd had enough. When Gutfeld addressed the issue on his show, he didn't just settle for revenge, he tore them apart. In his signature witty style, he aired clips highlighting The View's most hypocritical moments, showing how their supposed tolerance panel consistently suppressed opposing views while claiming to champion free speech. The final punch came soon after. Despite The View's supposed commitment to women's empowerment, they regularly attacked women who held different political views. Gutfeld delivered one of his most cutting remarks, telling Behar that the show was a safe haven for millionaires to pretend to be victims. The audience roared with laughter. Clips of Gutfeld's comeback quickly went viral on social media. Before The View producers could respond, Gutfeld's clip had already spread like wildfire. Behar was not pleased. Production insiders revealed that she was so enraged after seeing the video that she even considered confronting him in person.
But I also like how you said
that was at the wedding.
But also how you say that how you look at each other, how you see each other.
He sees Angelina Jolie, I see Brad Pitt.
The next day, Behar's co-hosts awkwardly laughed along when she called Gutfeld a third-rate comedian. But here's the issue. Her comment only made things worse. Instead of challenging Gutfeld's points, she inadvertently backed up his claims, proving once again that The View can handle criticism, but not real accountability. This misstep sparked immediate outrage among viewers, even some of her own. Loyal fans began to wonder if Behar was dodging the topic rather than having an honest conversation. Within hours, reactions flooded Twitter, YouTube, and political forums. Gutfeld's supporters celebrated his response, calling it one of the year's most satisfying takedowns. Conservative commentators rallied behind him, highlighting how the left usually demands accountability, unless they're the ones being criticized. On the flip side, Behar's fans argued that she didn't need to respond at all, claiming that Gutfeld's entire career is about mocking people for entertainment. Despite their efforts to downplay it, one thing was clear: Gutfeld won the online battle. Millions watched his YouTube takedown, Yet there was barely any real counter from Behar's camp. Some even suggested a live on-air debate between the two. But let's be real, Behar probably doesn't want any part of that confrontation. That moment, viral as it was, felt like the latest in a long string of issues where Behar's usual bravado just didn't land. Greg Gutfeld has once again proven why he's one of the most talked about figures in the media right now. His ability to turn a widely liked event into a viral clash has only cemented his place at the top of the conservative commentary world. But what's next? Will the ongoing culture war between Gutfeld and The View continue, or is there something deeper simmering beneath the surface? First, The View faces a tough decision. Do they ignore the issue, hoping it fades away, or do they try to regain control by striking back at Gutfeld? If they stay silent, it could seem like they have no defense and that Gutfeld has exposed them in a way they can't escape. But if they respond, they risk giving him even more fuel for the fire. After all, he thrives on these back-and-forth rivalries, using sharp arguments, clever counterpoints, and turning their hypocrisy into viral moments. As for Joy Behar, this isn't her first media showdown, but it might be the most damaging to her public image. She's always been known for speaking her mind and standing firm, but in this case, it's unclear if she's ready to face the fallout. The question now is whether she'll rise to the challenge or back off, knowing that her response could either escalate or deflate the situation entirely. Yet as we know, Gutfeld benefits more from a back-and-forth rivalry than The View ever could. Arguments, clever counter-arguments, and turning media hypocrisy into viral moments is his specialty. But what's going on with Joy Behar? This isn't her first media battle, but it might be the one that leaves the deepest mark on her reputation. She's known for expressing her opinions and rarely backing down from a fight, but this time, she was clearly caught off guard. If she doesn't respond, she risks being seen as unable to handle the pressure. If she lashes out, it might look like she's desperately trying to save face. Either way, she's in a tough spot. Meanwhile, Greg Gutfeld's fanbase continues to grow by the day. Every time he takes aim at a public figure, his credibility skyrockets, and his show stays at the forefront of late-night television. He has truly mastered the art of turning media feuds into a powerful strategy, recognizing that calling out media dishonesty isn't just entertaining, it's a savvy way to build a loyal and engaged following. His sharp critiques resonate with many who feel disconnected from the mainstream narrative. But is this just a brief chapter, or the start of something much bigger? Gutfeld's upcoming appearance on The View raises the stakes. Will Joy Behar and her co-hosts back down, or try to strike back? One thing is clear, this clash underscores the growing skepticism about the reliability of mainstream media, a point Gutfeld consistently highlights. This feud is far from over. Was this just another media controversy, or did Gutfeld truly expose the hypocrisy of the position? Did Behar make the right move by ignoring him, or did her response miss the mark? This battle is just getting started. For more updates on the year's most significant media clashes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below.
I used to lose my voice, like asking for things. I was a little shy.
Wow.
Yeah, but then 20 years of therapy.
Speaking of therapy, tell me, what is the greatest lesson that The View has given you out all these years, would you say?
The greatest lesson?
Yeah, the greatest lesson
oh
for yourself.
My goodness. Give me an example of what a lesson might be.
What has it taught you? You've been on the show for all these years. What have you learned about yourself being on